They are the equivalent of Supermax prisoners. Now on the airplanes, you can't talk the last hour. You have to look straight forward. You can't cover your knees with a blanket. You may be a terrorist. You can have no electronic device, all because of some guy with a firecracker in his underwear. This is the domestication scientifically to train us to be defenseless and to be gelded and to be weak. So go out and take physical jiu-jitsu or taekwondo or whatever it is you like. Go take a boxing class. Go buy firearms. Take some safety courses. Get proficient with it. Store your firearms properly. But we need a culture of liberty. It's like this Times of London story, and I've got similar articles out of the U.S. Children reaching age 3 without being able to say a word survey finds. Now the government's going to get involved. Because of TV and the culture and the parents never being home, the children can't even talk. They're dumbing us down into mindless idiots. We'll be right back. That's right. We beat the Copenhagen scam. We got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but we're going to do it. Put your foot down on the pedal. Crank it up. So never mind them brakes. Let it all hang out because we got to run to me. The boys are thirsty in Atlanta, and there's beer in Texarkana. We're not running a truckload of Coors Light here, folks. We're running a truckload of liberty and freedom in the info war. You know, I've said it over and over again, and I'll say it again. The best thing we can do in the fight against the New World Order is get my documentary films. They're the most effective, the most powerful, the most accurate, and they wake people up. Fall the Republic, Endgame, Terror Storm, Truth Rising. You don't have to buy one of them. They're all in decent quality on YouTube and Google. Take those URL links and email them every day out to your friends, your family, your neighbors. They are waking people up. Or support us by the high-quality DVDs. Got incredibly low prices at Infowars.com. You can get free films, free T-shirts. That's also how you support us. Get those DVD duplicators. Get a PrisonPlanet.tv membership. Burn the films on DivX onto CDs. Give them to everybody. PrisonPlanet.tv. Let's take a few more calls, and I'm going to continue with the financial and global news. Let's go ahead and talk to John in Texas, then Mordecai, Rick, Mark. Oh, Mark in Switzerland. I'm going to skip ahead to him in a minute. John in Tejas, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Hey, Alex. Hey, I have a comment to make concerning a statement that your last guest had made.
That's Lord Monckton?
Right. He was encouraging everybody to call the representatives and to let them know, hey, if we have to have world governance, let's have it, elect them. And I know it's pretty obvious for, I think, most Americans and definitely your listeners. Here in the United States, with our local, state, and federal politicians, we're having hard enough time trying to get honest people elected as it is.
Yeah, John, I think you're missing the point. He said we're obviously against it. It's tyrannical. The issue is they couldn't get the countries to sign on, even though that was a fraud. Now they're just doing it. It's open tyranny. That way you educate people along what's really happening. Do you understand? I mean, we're pointing out that we're going into global governance and government without even being able to vote on it.
No, I understand. That's fine. But it just, I think any form of global governance, people should fight against it worldwide.
Yes. National sovereignty is a firewall against tyranny, and no one wants global government, neither does Lord Monckton. It was a debate tool, and I agree with him to say, look, if we're going to have this, we should be able to vote on it. We should decide if we want to be part of it. But I hear you, and I appreciate your call, John. Mordecai in Israel. Got callers from all over the place, and then Mark in Switzerland. Mordecai, you're on the air.
Yes, hello, Alex.
Hey, buddy.
Hey. I would like to let you know that thanks to you, I watched Jesse Ventura's documentaries dealing with the September 11th attacks conspiracy theory, and I would like to call your attention to a detail that the research team may have overlooked. It's something that jumped out at me when I watched the documentary, namely that's the ownership of Hangar 17, where the only known evidence from 9/11 still in existence is locked away from public scrutiny.
Yes,
Now,
and Giuliani signed a mayoral decree that no one can ever get it, and that he, after being out of office, controls it. How does a mayor give himself power and control and basic ownership over something after he leaves?
Very interesting. Well, the thing that jumped out at me was this. When Jesse's camera team viewed the building from a certain angle, Hangar 17 in JFK Airport has a prominent unfaded billboard that says Tower Air. Now, anyone can go and look in YouTube and they can see it there. Tower Airlines was an Israeli airline that went bankrupt in 2000. And it's none other than that building, Hangar 17, that housed Tower Air's then brand new corporate headquarters.
I did not know that. Somebody should write up an article about that, and we'd post it at Infowars.com.
This is my question is this: why does 9/11 evidentiary material that would provide clues, such as the absence or presence of super thermite or other explosive materials in the dust from the blast, sit there for safekeeping in the former executive headquarters of a 10-year defunct Israeli front organization that contracted heavily for the U.S. Defense Department, and it still has an unfaded sign hanging on the building?
Sir, write it up, and we'll post it. Get the video clip or links to it or screenshots, and we'll link to it. Or somebody, I don't have that many writers, but if somebody will put it together, send it to show tips or writers at Infowars.com, we'll get that up. Anything else, Mordecai?
Well, Alex,
Stay there.